Good morning and welcome back to all. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. Welcome back to our live session. It's 11 a.m. in Canada right now, 8:30 p.m. in India. Yes, we know all our clients and viewers do wait for this day, for this live show to happen so that you can get an update of what happened in the last 1 week in Canada related to immigration. There is something very exciting to share today about the major changes which we expected to come in July once the the express entry through Federal Skilled Worker and CEC will resume. So we will be discussing a lot about it in detail today. That what are the changes we expected to come in July. July is just around the corner. We are end of May right now. So June is only the month left, and in July we are expecting very major changes coming up. The way the express entry draw used to be held is going to completely change. Then you may say different than what it was happening before pandemic or before the draw was closed in December 2020. You are expecting a lot of changes coming up in July. So we will be discussing about that. And we have got an update regarding the PNP draw bill held by Express Entry this week, which was on 25th of May. We will be discussing about that. And just to let our viewers know, our office is based in Brampton, Ontario. The other location is in Alberta, Calgary. We have two offices back home in India in Karnal and Kurukshetra. Our immigration services, we do help provide client all services related to immigration, either study permit, work permit, PR application, spousal PR application, spousal open work permit, or any other category application. We can definitely help you, and we have been helping our clients in the last many years, and we have been doing it very successfully. We have got more than 95% success rate in all category of applications we do, which is an excellent success rate in immigration to have, because we prepare our file very thoroughly, very carefully before we submit it. We make sure there are no mistakes being made, and the chances of getting a visa are as much high as possible. Then we will be discussing about there were two other draw held from British Columbia and PEI. So we will be discussing about those two draw also. They have released their details, like what people who were invited, what were the criteria for the people who were invited, what was the score required for them to be invited. We will be also discussing today in this show about the college admissions, which have now opened up for January 2023, and in fact for even May 2023 seats are open up, but also we have still seats available for September October 2022. So if you're somebody who wants to move to Canada on a study base and want to apply for a study permit in the month of, like, for October intake or for September intake 2022, we still have seats available. We will be discussing more about that. Also, the colleges are available all across Canada, and you can definitely take advantage of that admissions which are open up. And for onshore students also, September 2022 is open. We will be discussing about which colleges are open, where you can apply, and what all is required for you to apply for these colleges if you are already in Canada. So let us start up with the first information in the news, which was the Canadian Experience class. For the Express Entry, we have a draw this week, which was a PNP draw again, which had never stopped during the pandemic. Everybody was invited through a PNP who have got their approval through PNP. Through Express Entry, their draw have never stopped during this pandemic. That's the only draw which have been running throughout the pandemic until date. There have been no pause in the draw. That draw was held this week. The people who were invited had a minimum score of 741 in that draw, and the number of people invited were 589 candidates were invited. Now these are the people who have already got their PNP approved, who have already got an extra 600 points into the system. Now these were the people who were invited. That's why the score was 741. So technically talking about, the person who was invited through this PNP just had a score of minimum 241. They got an extra 600 points after getting their PNP approved. Now there are a lot of people who are not aware of how this actually works. How can somebody with just as low score as 241 got invited through a PNP Now, how are they been approved and are being invited for express entry class through PNP to apply for the PR? Yes, this is one of the very important stream, which is a provincial nominee program. I think this is the second largest economic stream through which Canada invites their candidate for their PR applications to Canada. Although there are more than 100 ways to immigrate to Canada, but this is one of the most popular stream, which is express entry through PNP invites is the second largest and the most important stream through which people immigrate to Canada. So the draw was held on 25th of May with the minimum score of 741 and around 600 people, exactly 589 were invited under this draw. So guys, if you have any questions, you can definitely post it into the comment section. This live session is about giving you update from the last 1 week and also giving you time to get live question answer right away. If you have got any question, any concern, post it into the comment section and I will be happy to answer them for you right away, and I'll be glad to help you right away if I can. If we are not able to answer it right away or because of the time constraint, you can definitely contact us later on through our website, through our Facebook page, Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page for the regular updates, and if you need any question and concern later on too, you can definitely get in contact to us through that way. So that was the PNP draw, which was held, express entry draw, which was held this week. Now let us discuss about the major changes which we are expected to come in July for CEC class and FSW class when it's resumed back in July. First of all, just to let our viewers know that there has been no draw held since December 2020. There have been no FSW draw, which is Federal Skilled Worker, and since September 2021, there has been no CEC class draw held in Canada since September. So no Canadian express entry draw was also invited. So yes, these people will be now started getting invitation in July, but we are expecting major changes. On 19th of May, it has already been presented. The Immigration Minister have already presented those changes to the government, and definitely they are looking into it. But we will be discussing the big ones which are coming up, which is to be very critical maybe for you to get an invite or not. Right now, how the express entry system works is, for example, if your score is 471, irrespective of your education, irrespective of your experience, in which stream you have, of your language, if you was, for example, if the draw was 480 and you were scoring anything 480 or above, you all were getting invite. But you may see a change coming up when they start up in July. Now there may be more specific express entry draw being invited, depending on the requirement of Canadian labor requirement. It will depend on that. So the further draws which will be held starting from July, you can maybe see a special draw like specifically held. For example, French people with the French knowledge, language experience and information may have a separate draw being invited for people who know the French. So right now what happens is, if you do an English, if you have an English and then if you have a French, you just get some extra point. But now you may see a French people get a special draw being invited if you know a French language. So that is one of the category. Other could be depending on your education. Maybe they need, for example, people with the background of who have done IT, who have done commerce, who are into bookkeeping, from the commerce background. They may be getting separate invites. These are the proposed changes. They are not yet finalized. We will be definitely hearing back from IRCC, and they will be posted on IRCC website very soon as they get approved. So these are just the changes we are discussing, which are expected to come in July. These are not the final one. So I'm just giving you an overview of what you can expect coming in July 2022. Then we have the other thing we expected to change in July coming. Maybe you are getting, depending on your experience you have, you may not be even scoring more than 400 in the pool. But if you are someone who have got an experience in the occupation in which Canadian government or there's a labor shortage, you may get an invite. So, for example, even if your score is 400, not 480, there may be a specific draw coming through express entry. They will be targeting people through certain tier system they are coming up with. or with the tire system also still have their NOC knock, although the numbers and everything has changed. That is coming in fall 2022. So these are the major changes you expected. So just to give you an example again, till now, whenever there was an express entry FSW draw, there was a general 480. For example, the CRS was 480. Everybody who was scored 480 were getting invite. But as we discussed, the changes which we expected to come in July is this draw may be 480 back again, but only not everybody is invited. People with only certain NOC knock may be invited. So that's how the thing's going to change. So all they are trying to do is they are trying to fill the labor shortage they have, the skill shortage they have. So rather than inviting everybody into the pool with the score, they are changing it to more specific requirement of their client education, their experience into the field, their language skills. So that may become a category, priority by candidate experience class or CEC class or FSW class. That this will be the way the people will be invited in future. So that is something, as I said, is proposed. We are expected that changes will be definitely coming up in July. So stay tuned for that. But that should not stop you to creating your profile. If you are somebody who wants to immigrate to Canada, Express Entry was before December 2020 was the biggest platform through which people are getting PR. Now, starting from July, there may be changes coming up, but still, Express Entry is going to be the number one way through which you can immigrate to Canada. Start creating your profile if you haven't done so. If you are not aware exactly what you need to create your profile, again, definitely try to get hold of that information from us or through website. We can help you, assist you creating your profile, because when the draw resumes, you never know, you may be the lucky one to get a draw. But for that to happen, you have to be into the pool. If you're not into the pool, definitely there's no way you can get an invite. So for you to get an invite, you should definitely be into the pool. If you need any help, either you are in Canada or in India or anywhere across the world, you can contact us and we can definitely help you in creating your profile and then guiding you to let you know if your scores are not good enough, how you can improve your scores, or what could be the other way of immigrating to Canada if you are not able to qualify under Express Entry class. So these are the changes we expected to come in July. We will be discussing more about it as and when we get more update. But right now, these are the proposed changes, and we will be hearing back from IRCC very, very soon about what exactly are they and when are they being implemented. Now, when we're talking about this, about CEC class, just to remind our clients again, June is coming up. So as per the announcement made in April by IRCC, that all the clients who are in Canada on a post-graduation work permit and their work permit is expiring somewhere between January 22 to December 22 will get an extra 18 month of post-graduation work permit. Yes, you heard it right, 18 extra month of post-graduation work permit if your PGWP has expired between January 2022 to December 2022. Although the way to apply that application, how can that be applied, will be announced very soon in June. It was expected somewhere in the first or second week of June. You will be hearing back from IRCC regarding the process of how you can extend that 18 months. But the good news is, yes, you can extend it for another 18 months of your post-graduation work permit only and only if you are in Canada right now and your post-graduation work permit is expiring somewhere between January 2022 to December 2022. So we will keep you again posted on this one as soon as we hear more information about it. But this was announced in April, and as June is coming up next week on Friday, it will be June when we have our next show. Maybe that by that time we already have the news. But whenever and as soon as we get further updates from IRCC on this topic, we will be again letting you all of our clients know about it. You can follow us on a Facebook page or an Instagram page, and you can also get an update from there, or you can attend this live session where we discuss about all the updates coming up or what happened in a week time in IRCC or other PNP draw. So that is something, another important update for post-graduation work permit, that the work permit application for them will be opening up soon. If your work permit is expiring in this time, or if you're already expired, contact us and we can start working on your application already. And as soon as the actual applications are allowed to be submitted, we will submit your application as soon as possible on those portals or in the new portal or whatever has been announced by IRCC. So I have got a couple of questions. I will be answering them while we go along, and we have more updates to come and to discuss. But again, if you have some questions, if you have any concern, kindly post it into the comment section, and I will be answering them for you right away. And that will be the uh, best way of how we can now you can answer your question, and I'll be happy to answer them for you live right away. The first question is from Ravi Hans. How is the demand of CA professional working in India and want to move Canada? Okay, Ravi. CA, which we call a CPA, Chartered Professional Accountant in Canada, are highly in demand. This is one of the profession which is growing, which is a service industry. In fact, all service industry are highly in demand in Canada. You have a very good scope of coming and moving to Canada with this profession, with CA profession, but you may not be eligible to practice the day one you move into Canada. You have to write their own exams. More information is available on the CPA website, official website, that how many exams you need to write depending on the country you're from. You have to write few exams once you're in Canada to be considered a CA equivalent to CPA in Canada. You may have to write more exams, and that information is available on the website. You can read through it, but answering your question, yes, CA profession is highly in demand in Canada. People with that experience do make a good living here. They are earning good. Their salaries, if they're even employed, their salaries are good. If they're self-employed, they are making good income here. So yes, this is one of the occupation you can definitely apply for your PR if you are looking forward to it. Okay, then we have Mandeep Kaur Boparai asking question. Good morning, sir. Hope you are doing great. Yes, I am. I hope the same for you, Mandeep. How about the current processing time of spousal sponsorship outside Canada right now? Okay, so right now the processing time is approximately 12 months. You may get it earlier than that, and it may even take longer than that. But right now, again after pandemic, the the normal processing time has come back to around 12 months. So within the last, so in 12 months, you can expect a decision to be coming on your application. But as I said, in few applications, we have even seen that coming in 8-9 months. If not, it has even taken more than a 12 months time. So, and every time you can talk about this application as of today is approximately a year, 12 months time as of now. I hope Mandeep that answered your question. Then we've got Tushar. Thank you, Vishal, for the guidance. Thank you, Tushar, for coming and attending the show. When should we apply for the student visa? January 2023. Okay, so also is it possible that college can decline me a seat even if I paid my fees before deadline? Okay, Tushar, to answer your first question, when can you apply? Yes, you can apply right now also for January 2023. In fact, we have already started applying. We have already applied a lot of applications for January 2023. In fact, in the last couple of years, if we see, the Canadian market has totally changed. Right now, to be honest, if we talk about somewhere in 2018 or 17 or 19, this was the time we were preparing application for fall 2020 fall semesters. But now, because Canada is too much in demand, a lot of international students want to come and educate themselves in Canada. Because of the demand, now the seats filled up very, very fast. You can see, as I said to you, even few of the colleges have closed their seats for January 2023. Can you imagine that? January 2023, few of the colleges have closed their seats and they have already opened the admission for May 2023. So to answer your question, yes, January 2023, although seems to be far away, but if you have already got your LOA, if your documents are ready, you can submit your study permit application right now. Should not be a problem. To answer your second question, is it possible that college can decline me a seat even if I have paid my fees before deadline? To answer your question, yes, Tushar, they can still do that. They can still decline the application, but it should not happen. This is not something very common. But yes, technically answering your question, yes, they can still decline your seats, even the seats have been paid because of a lot of reasons. To just give you an example, the college have issued too many offer letters for fall 2022, but students didn't get visas on time. Now those students apply for defer the intake for 2023. Then you may be losing your seats if that may be the case. But as I said, this is not something very common which is happening, but technically, yes, it is possible that it can happen for sure. Then we have a question from Anjali Sen. Hi Anjali, hello sir, how are you? How many days they take to get a year for spousal PR sponsorship? I have applied offline. Oh my god, that is even applying offline and online. Uh, it is taking hell lot of time. In few of the cases, we have even seen even 4 to 6 months it is taking to get an AOR or even a temporary file number that yes, the file has been received and it is in the queue to be opened and to be processed. But it could take, as I said, up to even 6 months before you hear back from IRCC. Yes, it is too much of delayed time, too much of pending, and we already know, as we have been discussing lot many times, we discussed in last show also, that IRCC backlog is increasing. Yes, it's increasing. It's been from 1.8 million couple of months ago to 2.1 million, more than 2.1 million in May, which is more than 300,000 applications being more into the queue and still waiting to be processed. So that is the reason because of the backlog, it is taking a lot of time before the application is been getting processed or even the AOR or the acknowledgement is been received. Even if you do it online, we have even done a couple of cases online which we have done in October, November, and we have still not received any acknowledgement. So unfortunately, yes, this category of application is taking a lot of time. Then we have Muhammad Abdul Rahman asking questions, sir, how about job visa for telecom engineer demand in Canada? Okay. Now, telecom engineer is one of the NOC knock through which people get their invites in Canada if you're already in Canada. Talking about answering your question, yes, this is in demand. But how you can get the job, how you can come here, I'll just like to explain you here. For example, if you are a telecom engineer and you're looking for a job, first of all, the employer do post their job opportunity availability online. You can apply to those jobs online through Job Bank or through the website, through Indeed, through Kijiji. You can apply for the job. If the employer selects you for an interview, if you pass the interview, get your interview done. If you qualify for the job, they may call you for, once the interview is done, you are selected, then the employer will need to apply for an LMI application for you. An LMI application is something which need to be approved. An application need to be approved before you can apply for a work permit and come and work in Canada. So you know that is for your employer to apply it. Once they applies it, it gets approved. Then you can apply for a work permit. And once you get your work permit, you can come here and start working on that job. So that's how the system works. That's how the things work for the work permit. If you are looking for work permit, that's how it works. Mohammed, I think that's answer your question. So yes, it is in demand. It is telecom engineer are somebody who can target, who have been targeted. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my God. Sorry for that. This is something which is in demand and people have been invited under this NOC knock. So this is something you can look forward to. Now, Gurpreet has a question, what is R44? May have to Gurpreet check about it. It's in this term what R44 exactly stands for. If you can just refer it to where you got this number from, where did you saw it mentioned, then maybe it's I'll be able to answer exactly what is R44. It could mean a lot of things. I may have to read through about it and maybe let you know. I can definitely answer your question later on. But if you can just mention in what context is this R44 you're asking about, because R44 is even the name of a helicopter. So it has to be clear exactly in what context was it mentioned, where did you got this number from, and then I may be able to answer that more clearly and what exactly this R44 means. Okay, so now going back to the updates we have been discussing, because we have answered the questions which we have got right now. Now you still have time to ask your question. If you are somebody who's looking into the show and want us to answer your question live, you can post it into the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer that for you right away. So now the next update we have is the update from British Columbia and PEI about their draw which were held last week. They have released the information. This is very important for you to understand how the draws are working, what category of people are invited, what scores they have, what can make you eligible to apply for the draw. So that is the whole idea of discussing about these draw, giving you information so you understand how the draws are working, why those people were invited and not why you were not invited with similar profile. So that is the reason of explaining this how this works. So British Columbia had their draw, which is a very common and regular draw they have every month. They invited around 175 candidates were invited in this draw, out of which 154 were for general draw, where people with skilled worker class for international graduate, and these people were invited under this draw. The minimum score required was 73, maximum was 123. Then under the same thing, under the same draw, there was another 21 people invited, which were ECE, early childhood educator. These were another people who were invited under this draw, which was the number of people invited were 21, and the minimum score you required was 62. Okay, now just to again clarify you here how the 62, 77, where are they coming from? So British Columbia have their own, like all the provinces have their own PNP system. So British Columbia have their own. So you have to create your expression of interest. Expression of interest is the first thing to notify that to that province that you are interested to move in to that province. And if you can see the previous draws coming in, the experience you have, definitely you should target that province. The chances of you getting an invite to that province are higher because they are already inviting people with your experience and background or education. So that's the first thing you do. So once you create your expression of interest, you get your points. So these are the points I'm talking about. 77 was for general draw, which was held, minimum score was required, and for EC it was 21. 21 people were invited, but 62 was the minimum score required under the expression of interest point system. And if you have that one, then definitely you might have got an invite. If you have got an experience in that field, or your education and experience both may be required. Other than that, there was another few people who were invited, although the number had not yet been released, which were targeted to healthcare workers were invited in British Columbia. And this is, I think, the second time we are seeing in this month, in this year, that in April also the similar draw was held by British Columbia, and in May again similar draw has been held, where the people with early childhood educator and with health background were invited under this draw. So I hope that that explain you how these draw work, what are the points, and how you can point. Basically, these are points also you get these points depending on your education, your work experience, your language skills, your age. Is somehow similar to your express entry point system, but because PNP have their own, all the provinces have their own PNP system, so most of the PNP are linked to express entry also. Few of them are not linked to express entry, and for that you may have to create an expression of interest on their own system, and then only you will get an invite for them. So just to answer Mohammad's question, apart from website, can you support to search for employers? No, Mohammed, we cannot support you in searching an employer. You have to search the employer of your own. But once you have got an employer who is ready to hire you, we can help them process your LMI application. We can try to get you a positive outcome of that application. Once that application has been decided, you get a positive outcome, we can help you applying for your work permit. These are the services we provide as an immigration consultant, and this is something, Mohammed, we can help you with. So for an employer, you will have to definitely look into the different websites, go to the job bank, go to Kijiji, Indeed, there are a lot of other Listall, Allstar, there are a lot of other websites through which you can find a person who is looking for somebody with your background and experience, and you may be lucky enough to be picked up for the interview. If selected, apply for an LMI, get it approved, apply for a work permit, come to Canada and work. So this was the draw being held from British Columbia. Then there was a draw from PEI, which PEI have draw, that is Prince Edward Island, one of the Atlantic province we are talking about. They also have their draw once in a month. They hold their draw once in a month. This time there was the draw was held on 20th of May. 153 people were invited under this draw, and now they were through express entry or labor impact stream. The 137 people were invited through that, and balance 16 were invited from business impact stream. So now these were the people who were invited under these draw from British PEI. Now, we have already discussed a lot about immigration, what are the changes coming about express entry, what draws were held in last week. Now, let us talk 5 minutes about the college admissions opening up. what seats are available, which intakes are available, when you should apply for your study permit, how we can help you in getting onshore and offshore seats available. If you are in Canada, we can help you getting your onshore admissions. Example, if you got your visa through a private college, you want to move a public college, we can help you. If you got your visa through, example, if you come to a university or a college, which from any reason you're not able to study there, if you don't like the atmosphere, if you think it's too far from where you want to actually be, you want to change your university and college or transfer it to other one, we can definitely help you. We represent a lot of universities and colleges across Canada. We don't charge any application or processing fees for that. We don't charge anything. If you are in Canada, there's no processing fees for you to arrange an LOA. Sometimes an LOA can be arranged as less than as 24 hours, depending on the college or institution we are applying to. But if you are onshore, the seats are opened up for fall 2022. Most of the colleges, although have not yet opened for January 2023, but fall 22 is open. If you're onshore, we can help you, and you can also register for January 2023 if you want to take up. These are, for example, those students who are basically applying here through a study permit for January intake or for September intake. Then definitely that is something you can talk about or look into. So now this is for college admission. Onshore student, contact us immediately. The seats are available right now. Seats fill up very, very fast. 1 year and 2 year, both programs are available inside GTA, outside GTA, anywhere across Canada. We have seats available. So contact us. If, for example, if you come to other provinces like British Columbia, Alberta, but you want to study in Ontario, you can contact us through online, through website, or through our contact numbers, and we can also still help you getting admissions in Ontario if you're looking forward to. If you're in India, we have seats available for October intake, November intake, and January 2023 intake. These were October, November 2022. You can contact our office in India, in Karnal and Kurukshetra. They can help you getting admission, get you study permit, and we try our level best that you come and study here. Okay, so Tushar Agarwal has helped me finding exactly what R40 report section under the Immigration and Refugee Act that confers to an officer the authority to issue such a report as to why a foreign national permanent is inadmissible to Canada. Okay, so basically this R44 we are talking about is somehow, I think, related to inadmissibility to Canada. Now, inadmissibility to Canada is a big, big issue, is a big, big concern. You may be inadmissible on the basis of your criminal record. You may be inadmissible because of medical. If you're non-medical, you can also be inadmissible if you have submitted your application to IRCC and the information provided was not correct, not right, then you get then you may become inadmissible on that ground. Under these inadmissibility, depending on what was the reason, some people may be permanently allowed may not be allowed to enter Canada, but in few categories you can apply for your application for after 5 years. So depending on under which category you were inadmissible in Canada, it depends that you will be able to enter Canada back again or not. If yes, it will be maybe at least 5 years before you become eligible to reapply for entering into Canada. So yeah, that's why I was saying, Gurpreet, if you can give me more about what context we are talking about, I may be able to answer. Thank you to Tushar for posting that. And if you have any specific question, Gurpreet, regarding it, if somebody is into that situation, they have been given this inadmissibility, we can look into it and see if there's a way around. Sometimes you can file a judicial review also, depending on, for example, if you think all the information you provided was correct, what the information was right, but you still were found to be inadmissible, you can still contact us and we can see. We can also help you getting into the judicial review and apply. That is, a judicial review is basically a court procedure through which we represent, the lawyers will going to represent your case basically and see if we can get your inadmissibility removed. So that's how this actually works. So thank you, Tushar, for posting that. So now if you have got any questions, you can still ask us. Also, I'm going to wrap up this session now for this week. We will be live back again next Friday, same time, 11 a.m. In India, it's 8:30 p.m. Thank you all viewers for joining us. If you have any question, you can contact us later on too. You can go to our website You can contact us through through Facebook, through contact numbers, or through any social media platform. We will be happy to answer the questions you have. If you still have any question, I will be answering them while I'm wrapping up. But if you don't, then this is the time to wrap up. We have already discussed about the important information which was available in the last 1 week, the changes which have been done. We have discussed the important topic of the day today was the major changes coming up to Express Entry when it resumes in July. We are expecting the major changes coming up. We will be definitely, I think, hearing back from IRCC on that in the month of July, maybe quicker than that, but the information will be posted on the IRCC website for everyone to check what new information is coming up. But yes, there are major expected changes coming up for Express Entry, CEC and FSW class once it resume. There may be special draw for international student workers, for foreign workers. Now we have to wait and watch exactly how those works, but this is something coming up next month in July. A month after that, in fact, the next month is June, but we are almost in the end of May now. So we are just a month away from new updates, from new Express Entry draw resuming. So we all are waiting. The world is waiting for CEC draw to resume again. I hope they will be getting back track in July. And also it has been announced any application which will be submitted under that category will be processed within 6 months as their normal processing time. Hopefully that happens, and the clients who have been waiting for 2 years, 1.5 years for being invited to get into the pool, to being invited and submitting their application, the time is coming. Gear up yourself, get ready for the draws. If you are not yet into the pool, get into the pool. If you need our help or assistance, contact our office. My name is Vishal Manocha. I am the owner of Net Worth Immigration Solutions. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. We can assist you. My company can help you in getting different ways and option of getting you into Canada through work permit, through PR, through spousal application, or even through study visa or a work permit application. So thank you all for joining into this session. We will be live back again next Friday. Till then, have a great weekend, have a great week, and we will see you live back again next Friday. Till then, goodbye and have a good weekend.